So now I'm going to show you a bit more of the Canadian side of things. So this is a tweet by Table Salt saying a statement from the Canadian Chamber of Commerce on Trudeau's immigration changes, significantly decreasing, so they quote the charter here, significantly decreasing our labor pool will impact employers across Canada struggling to find the workforce they need to operate. Cheap labor is over, pay more, you cheap Fs. That's what Table Salt is saying in response to it. So I blew it up here and it says the Canadian Chamber of Commerce recognizes the government's efforts to strengthen and ensure our immigration system is sustainable. We are pleased to see the approximately 62% of total permanent residence emissions will be dedicated to the economic class. However, the significant reduction announced today for the 2025-2027 immigration levels plan is disappointing for businesses. Disappointing for businesses. They don't talk about the employees. They don't talk about communities that are struggling to house these people, that are struggling to deal with the influx of population. No, it's the business class. It's the corporations. Because now they don't have an exploitation anymore. It's disappointing for businesses across the country that in recent months have to deal with the abrupt and constant changes to immigration policy. Significantly decreasing our labor pool will impact thousands of these employees or employers across Canada struggling to find the workforce they need to operate and grow. Again, that's all BS. That's all false. Because if they actually are struggling to do that, they would actually be putting policies together to innovate our workforce to fit these fields. They'd be training these people. They'd be hiring them on and then training them to work in these specific fields. They're not doing that anymore. They're saying, screw you, go F off, and we're going to get cheap labor. We're going to bring in someone from another country to do it for less. And they're even less trained than we are. Today's announcement will also reduce Canada's capacity to attract foreign direct investment. So that's the other factor to this, is the fact that foreign investment has increased over a few years now and plays a part into this cheap labor. Because, hey, if some billionaire from India is going to pay money to invest into our companies, maybe they're going to bring in some Indians from there to take over those positions. Immigration is a key driver of economic growth and our only source of a workforce growth in the near future. It is more imperative than ever in the context of an aging our population, low fertility rates, and current wave of retirements. The future of Canada depends on getting immigration right. We can do better. Yes, you could do better. You could do better by actually implementing policies to make it more affordable so that people in my generation could actually afford to have a family so they can procreate. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the affordability of raising a family instead of bringing in migrants from another country undocumented with fraudulent visas to take over positions. Do you think that's going to go well for Canada, that Canadians won't be able to afford their essential goods and services produced in Canada? How do you think that's going to work out? They don't care about the long-term effects. They care about short-term profits. That's all this is, short-term profits. It's all for Bay Street, Wall Street. It's for the billionaire class. It's for their shareholders and foreign investment. That's all they care about. So this guy, Don Johnson, says UK, USA, Canada, and the European Union all follow the same path. Huge flood of cheap foreign labor absorbing up working-class jobs. This new lever will be used by the top 1% to further entrench wealth and social mobility inequality going forward. And he points to this chart here of the amount of people that they're bringing into the country. This is from the European Union. Look at the chart here. It's now surpassing the European workforce. So this is all intentional. They're all doing this purposely to undermine the value of working class people within Canada, within the United States, within the European Union, within the UK, within Australia. This is all part of a globalized scam done by the billionaire class because none of these people give a damn about you. None of these people give a damn about the working class future. This is all about cheap labor. This is about short-term profits. This is about how to get the most with a quick buck. And this is how they bribe people. They exploit these people. A lot of them come from war-torn countries that we also exploit those people. So we destroy their homeland and force them out of the country because they can't survive in a hostile environment. They can't raise a family when there's a war going on. So we purposely do that. We flee them over to our nations, dangle a carrot in front of their nose by promising them a job and a house and all this other luxuries that we can't even give to our own Canadians. And then we exploit them by saying that this job is not going to pay actual living wages, that we're not going to give you benefits. You're a temporary worker, so technically you're not actually an employee. We got the legal loophole, and we're going to screw you 9 ways a Sunday. Just like we did with our own people. And then constantly lie to people. Well, it's because you don't have enough babies. People are not being pregnated enough. We don't have enough people that are procreating. So where's the incentive to get people to have families? Where's that incentive? Where's that incentive? How about the microplastics that's also involved in low fertility rate? Did they ever discuss that? No. But no, Vivek Ramaswamy will say it's, people watching Saved by the Bell reruns. It's people like Zach and Kelly. God damn it, those 90 teen couples that are destroying the world. That's why we got to bring in migrants to take over positions. And at some point, the AI will just take over and nobody will be working, period. And notice how that doesn't even get discussed. And that is going to be an interesting reality for people to digest.